Learn how to negotiate directly with the seller. You want to buy and the seller wants to sell, now what? Negotiating should be an open and honest discussion to find a middle ground that will appeal to both parties. Some see negotiating as a war that ends with a winner and a loser. This approach is the best way to end up with two losers. Opt for a win-win situation instead. Number 1. Why negotiations between two real estate agents are not always effective. Real estate agents negotiate with written offers and counter-offers. The offer goes from the buyer to buyer's agent, then to the seller's agent, then to the seller and the other way around for the answer. It's a complicated and slow way of negotiating. The Eureka House method is much simpler. There are no writing counter-offers, agree verbally before drawing up the offer to purchase. Number 2. How to negotiate using the Eureka House method. Experience has proven that it is easier and faster to negotiate verbally than in writing. However, do not make a written offer until you and the seller have both verbally agreed on the important points. While negotiating, try to find a middle ground. A way to do this is to figure out which points are more important to the seller than to you. Make 2 lists to prepare for negotiations. A. Essential conditions for you and the seller, including the maximum price you are willing to pay for the property. B. Non-essential conditions on which you would be willing to compromise. Number 3. Already have an agent? The agent will probably control the negotiations. All the same, make sure to have a frank and open conversation with the seller beforehand. Nothing should stop you from verbally agreeing with the seller before writing up the offer, even if the agent is not used to this. Very important, when signing the deed of sale at the lawyer office, the sum of the 2% of the final sale price plus taxes will be allotted to your agent. This sum is included in the sales price and is deducted from the money that the lawyer will give to the seller. So, you might end up paying a bit more for your home. Number 4. Read and understand the seller's declaration. The seller's declaration is a document containing useful and important information about a property, especially regarding existing hidden defects. Is there water damage in the basement? Have there been any cracks in the foundation and have they been fixed? All problems, past and present, must be specified in the seller's declaration. Remember to read this document before negotiating the asking price and other conditions. Number 5. Be a serious and responsible negotiator. While negotiating, don't try to lowball the seller by making an offer for a much lower price. The seller will think you're wasting his time and can also refuse to negotiate further. Very important, no matter what the outcome of negotiations, be polite and respectful. Acting inappropriately will not buy you a home. Number 6. Negotiate the price and conditions. Here is what you should negotiate. Price, inclusions and exclusions. Sale date, occupancy date and time. Deadline for each condition. Obtaining a mortgage. Satisfactory inspection report. Reading the declaration of co-ownership, etc. Number 7. A second visit. Don't hesitate to ask the seller for a second visit before making an offer. Number 8. Agree verbally before drawing up the offer to purchase. You may be unable to find a common ground with the seller. It's also possible that the seller has accepted an offer from another buyer. Don't be too disappointed, it's normal. Continue your search and visit other properties. The next one could be the right one. Once you and the seller verbally agree on the important points, it's time to make an offer. It is best to write up the offer with the seller. This is for Quebec method. For all other provinces of Canada, contact your lawyer. Learn more about the Eureka House method to buy without complication on Eureka House. www.eureka.house